बच्चे मन के सच्चे. Children are curious, honest, full of imagination, and yet somewhere along the way something changes. Today, many children score well academically, they complete assignments, they prepare for exams. But when it comes to expressing themselves, speaking confidently, many struggle quietly. And as parents, that's so confusing. If they are doing well in school, why does confidence feel fragile? And that's what this conversation explores. Since Ekta is based in Ahmedabad and I'm based in Bangalore, we had this conversation over Zoom with one shared intention. How can we help parents better understand what their children truly need today? Ekta Desai is the founder of Knowledge Seekers and has worked with children for over a decade, not just academically but in building communication, creativity, and life skills. And my first question to Ekta was, we have seen many children do well academically but still struggle to express themselves or feel confident. And why does this gap exist?
Yeah, because I personally feel that lot many kids, they are very good in academic part, even though they bring good marks in English literature. But the problem is that our academic is very well structured, right? And in that structure, there is no gap wherein the children can think something very creative. I personally feel that all the kids should be creative and imaginative thinker. And that comes only when you use mind mapping as a tool, because you need something, right? You need some structure wherein you can think out of the box.
So, are there any common challenges that children today face that schools don't always address?
Yeah, so basically when we start doing that evaluation part of a kid, I normally see that they are not able to write more than, 10 lines, 15 lines. They are not able to write something impromptu. So that is the major reason what they are lacking in their academics part, especially in English literature. And this thing is only because I personally feel that in academics, they have that habit of rote learning. And that is the reason they can't think of from their own mind. They can't think of any random thing if you ask them. That is the major concern of today's kids.
So if these gaps are addressed early, what kind of changes do we see in children?
If you just understand that at an early age of 4 years, if that particular kid is able to understand what is preposition, all the grammar concepts, what is creative writing part, even what is autobiography, through a unique tool of mind mapping, it is very easy for a kid to think from their subconscious mind also, because at a very early age, our both the minds are very active. And I personally feel that is the best age group if you just want to grow your kids into a good decision maker in future.
Ekta's worked with children for many years. So there was some point where she realized that this needed a more structured approach, which later became Knowledge Seekers. So what was that point?
Yeah, so I'm into this education business since last 15 years, and before 11 years, I was running an institute named Ekta Desai tuition classes. So at that point of time, I have just noted one thing, that all these kids who are learning English as a subject in school, they were only learning English as a subject. They were not able to write on any damn topic, if you just give them at that point of time. That is a major concern. Secondly, what I found it out, that even if you tell them to speak on something, then they were not able to speak. They required the ready-made thing, because they were used to of that rote learning thing. So that is the gap where I found that, okay, let me open an institute named Knowledge Seekers. And I thought of creating institute in a very unique way, and that's the reason we have USP as a mind mapping, because I always feel that these students should be given a structure in that way that they can think from their subconscious mind. The subconscious mind should be activated, and they can put all their thoughts and expressions on paper by using this tool.
Are there 2 to 3 things that the parents should start focusing on if they are worried about their child's confidence or communication?
The most important 3 things what we should focus on is, first of all, आप अपने बच्चे को एक पेपर और पेन दे दीजिए, right? A drawing paper and a pen, and tell your kid to jot it down anything what comes to his or her mind. Anything, it can be anything. That is the best way. सेकेंडली, आप अपने बच्चे को एक पेपर पे 6 बॉक्स ड्रॉ करके दे सकते हो, एंड यू कैन टेल योर किड that okay, now you create a story wherein you are not allowed to use sentences. इसको हम storyboard concept बोलते हैं. That is the best way to increase their imaginative thing. And the most important thing what you can think of, we normally have at our institute also, that once in a week you should just spend 1 hour with your kid related to story. And in that also you just motivate your kid कि कोई भी एक story book पकड़ ले, उसमें अगर even if your kid is reading just 1 page, 2 page or the whole story book, they should create a mind map on that particular thing. For example, अगर मैंने 2 पेज पढ़े हैं तो मैं अपने बच्चे को बोलूंगी, अच्छा इफ यू रेड 2 पेज देन ओके, आप एक काम कीजिए, आप उसके रिलेटेड माइंड मैप बनाइए. मतलब वो 2 पेज में कितने कैरेक्टर्स हैं, क्या सिचुएशन उसको अच्छी लगी है, एनीथिंग he can just jot it down in the form of mind map. That is the best way to increase creativity and imaginative among the kids.
Is there any tools that can help children with communication and public speaking skills?
Yeah, so at Knowledge Seekers, we have our own talk show which we are running since last 11 years. And we also have open mic concept wherein we motivate the kids, to express their thoughts publicly. So this is something wherein they just put on their perspective on different topics. So I think that is much needed in today's generation also.
And for parents who are watching this video, what is the one message you want to give to prepare their children for future?
So we all know that future is all about ChatGPT and AI. So we should also motivate our kids to be more good in decision making, and the most important thing, they should be more creative and imaginative. So we should just make our kids read lots and lots of books, and the most important thing that we should all try to communicate more with our kids. More communication really helps to increase their imagination skill. So we should all do that.
Our children don't just need marks, they need voice, confidence, clarity and the space to grow. This was Suno, Conversations with Women. Now if this resonated with you as a parent, then share it with someone who might need to hear it. Until next week, stay tuned.